I love fiction, but what I love more is nonfiction that reads like fiction. Here are 5 narrative nonfiction books that I think would be perfect for any type of reader that would give you just as good of an experience as reading a fiction thriller. First up, we have The Art Thief by Michael Finkel. This is a fantastic read. It's about a man who stole over $2 billion worth of art in Europe in the 90s through the early 2000s in broad daylight. The kicker here is that he did not steal this art to sell it. He just stole this art to collect it. He felt that he was the rightful owner of this art because he appreciated it more than the museums that he was taking it from. It's an absolutely crazy story, and the ending has a twist that I absolutely did not expect. Hidden Valley Road, Inside the Mind of an American Family is one of the craziest nonfiction books I have read in 2025. It's about a family of 11 people. 5 of the boys end up with schizophrenia. There is a documentary on HBO Max that people rave about. The book is better, I promise you. Hidden Valley Road is absolutely diabolical and an incredible story. If you love Game of Thrones, you're going to love The Wars of the Roses by Dan Jones. The Wars of the Roses actually inspired George R.R. Martin for parts of Game of Thrones, which we all know is a lot of people's favorite fantasy series. The Wars of the Roses is a nonfiction version of that. There's so much drama, so much at stake. It's a fantastic book, and Dan Jones is probably one of the best narrative nonfiction history writers out there. The Wager by David Grann. The Wager is a wonderfully woven story of narrative nonfiction that is absolutely fantastic, dramatic, thrilling, and one that if you're looking to get into more narrative nonfiction, this is a fantastic place to start. And what might be one of the best narrative nonfiction books I have ever read, and I know a lot of other people have really talked this book up, and that is The Demon of Unrest by Eric Larson. The Demon of Unrest covers the months between Lincoln's inauguration and the beginning of the Civil War in a beautifully woven story by Larson, who has written a ton of my favorite narrative nonfiction books, like The Splendid and the Vile, In the Garden of Beasts, and so many more. If you're looking for a great narrative nonfiction author to dip your toes in with, Eric Larson would be absolutely a fantastic place to start.